Hello everyone, and welcome back to TCOV Productions. Today I am going to do a review of what may be the most epic battle film ever to grace the silver screen. That's right, I'm going to be talking about The Sound of Music. What? It's got singing, nuns, and Nazis. You couldn't make a better film if you put this in space. No? Well, fine, maybe I can talk about Troy. Okay, the first thing that I'd like to say about this movie is that I was very pleasantly surprised by its level of accuracy. The only other modern interpretation of a myth that I've seen recently would be Beowulf. Now, you could argue that I liked Beowulf, saying that I enjoyed the technique, and I thought that the battle with Grendel and the dragon were very, very accurate. But that movie put Norse myth and Angelina Jolie within 100 feet of each other. That's just not a really good idea. With Troy, they get everything very, very accurate. The movie basically covers the key events that happened to the famous hero Achilles during the Trojan War. And all of it is sort of done in a historical format. The gods themselves and no other mythical elements are directly included. Oh sure, they're referenced plenty of times. And yeah, there's suggestion that, Achilles might be more than human. According to the original myth, his mother actually dipped him into the river Styx, one of the rivers of death, and held on to him only by his heels, leaving that the only vulnerable part. But that's never entirely referenced in the movie, and he never gets like a spear impaled through his chest that just does nothing. And again, very, very accurate to Homer's The Iliad. If you know the story of the Trojan War, then this will be more like watching an interpretation of a book and a screen adaptation, as opposed to the director's own take on the myth, which was kind of what Beowulf was in a lot of ways. I thought that the acting was very, very good. Brad Pitt was really good as Achilles. He captured the character very well. One of my other favorite characters in this movie was not in it all that much, but I still really enjoyed the character and the actor. Sean Bean's character of Odysseus. And I think that The Odyssey would be a great film to make, and that would be a very long film though as well. But I'm talking about Troy. As far as the fighting, gory but not overly graphic like 300. It was just, it was realistic style of combat, I think. And again, that features into the historical feel of the movie. And you can sort of see how people just interpreted things as if these were the real events, that people would interpret them with Greek mythology in mind. For example, well, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but early on when Helen falls in love with Paris, played by Orlando Bloom, and so on and so forth. So people, just could have theorized that, well, Helen wouldn't have left Sparta on her own accord. Aphrodite must have a hand in this, and that kind of thing. And speaking of Orlando Bloom's character, Paris, I didn't not like the character, but he was very, very wuss. If that's even an adjective. Anyway, Paris was just really an unmanly character. Which, I think Orlando Bloom carried off very, very well. I mean, he has a very sort of, masculine? He has a very warlike presence as characters such as, Legolas or Will Turner, as well as, being the heartthrob for all the women. In this movie, he's pretty much just the latter. Only towards the end, when he starts using a bow, ironically, does he actually start manning up. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about this movie. Not a lot of special effects. Oh, the locations and everything. I really, really did enjoy those. I'm not sure where they shot this film, but there wasn't any locations that felt like they were out of place, like they were incongruent with the setting of the film. Just a very, very well made and very, very accurate film. I would definitely suggest for anyone who's interested to go see it. And so, yeah. So, until next time, keep watching, and farewell.